Hello everyone, I am Tacet and I hope all of you have had a good Memorial Day weekend. So today, of course it is still the last few hours of the Gnome event, so if you want to go and try finding them, they are still around for 6 hours and 57 minutes, the increased rate. So hopefully we'll get one more vault key during the stream. The devs are doing their Q&A later tonight. I will not be streaming all the way up into that point though. But, yeah, at twitch.tv/infinity+2, they'll be doing it right after, or soon after, this stream, and I'll be summarizing that, tomorrow during our tomorrow night stream at the same time, and just kind of going over everything that they're going over. I believe they're just answering mainly stuff about the most recent patch, as well as pets just in general. Other than that, of course, we have the new, week. It's going to be War Gear related for the next coming invasion, so make sure you have your war gears ready. I'm not even remotely sure what I'll be running. It's probably something along the lines of the invasion troop, hero using Mang with a half mana start, probably archer or something, followed up by a the new converter that's coming into the game next week, that's coming in through glory, followed up by that one totem that barriers all war gears, since it'll be pretty mandatory to make sure you don't die, that barrier that it has. Anyways, that's everything with that. Let me go over the next week's event, actually. I was just mentioning it. Let me actually go and bring it up and just go over it. So let's go and bring this out, bring it into its own little tab, and let's go over the new things that are coming in next week. And we are getting another Mang weapon. It seems like they'll be doing that for the next several weeks, giving us Mang weapons every single time, which is kind of cool. Or, you know, they're not exactly as good as Mang, but they're close enough that it's, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Anyways, let's go over the first one. This is the one for invasions next week. It will be, of course, from Grim Woods. It's going to be all war gear related next week. But this guy deals damage to an enemy, and if there are if they are a tower, deal 3 to 5 times more damage, which is just standard kind of bonus that any kind of invasion troop would have. And based on Ascension, and increases an ally's armor or all allies' armor by 8. So is this really that relevant? No. His ability is awful, but of course, as a standard invasion troop, he's still going to be used just because his damage compared to other things, it just isn't really matched by everything else. He will have a 25% skull reduction, so he will be able to survive probably into 3 hits, so that's nice. Normally, most of them could only survive into 2. And other than that, he has this standard 3 times to 5 times damage. I don't know if I'll really be using Mang more than this, but probably be using both of them together just in the front line. And just kind of building a standard invasion team, because he's not really too good. That is for sure. As far as the good troop that is coming in, this one's actually available through Glory. It's an ultra rare. It transforms a selected mana color into green, and then summons a Spirit Fox, which is actually really nice. Spirit Fox will not come with full mana, even if it has empowered. But still, nonetheless, being able to spawn a Spirit Fox while also converting green is really good, because that green convert can go right into your Spirit Fox, then get a drain on the enemies. So that's kind of cool. Other than that, it also has Call of Nature, which I believe is the only troop that has it. It summons a Leaf Storm when an ally summons a troop. And if I'm not mistaken, that's also the first one to have it based on when something summons something. Of course, you'll need to specifically have an empty spot on your team. So you might need to run like a Firebomb or something to really just make sure you get that. But yes, it would create a Green Storm every single time you do a summon. And that's not just her, but when any ally of yours summons. Though most likely she'd be the only summoner on your team. One other thing that this might be useful in is Guild War days. This has a lot of potential in Guild War if your team happens to need green on a blue or purple day. But yeah, overall, not a completely horrible troop. Is slightly towards, I guess, about mid-range. The biggest issue with it is its 13 mana cost. That is a relatively high mana cost for what it does compared to all the 10 mana cost converters. But if you compare it to something like a Giant Spider, I guess it's not too bad. Though it doesn't have the +1 extra mana thing that a Giant Spider has. And Giant Spider was already more towards average. But yeah, I can see this as being a good kind of Guild War related troop. Also, speaking of Giant Spider, you can loop her into Giant Spider and do it back and forth into a loop with something like a Kraken if you wanted to. Would actually work pretty good for that purpose, particularly in the context of Guild Wars. Anyways, as far as the weapon that's like Mang, we have this thing, Hope's Crescent. It destroys an enemy's armor like a Mang does, and then deals damage to them, and it deals triple damage if their life is greater. What's interesting about this is it is red-green, and what's relevant about this is the best 2 skull-related hero classes are both red and green, Assassin on red and Archer on green. So this with Archer could actually have some potential, because not only do you get the 5 additional damage for using for the weapon being green, which will be basically 15 additional damage with the triple, but you're also having that 15% chance to instantly kill off of every skull you do. For invasions, that's not as relevant, but of course for raids, that would, it's kind of funny that's coming in through invasion. But yeah, for raids, I can see this thing actually being pretty decent, particularly if you don't have Mang. But, yeah, really nice that they're adding alternatives to Mang. Even if they're not necessarily better than Mangs, it's good to see maybe some other things finally being able to be usable. Of course, Dawnbringer is too, but most people don't really have that accessible. But yeah, that's everything that's coming in next week. Nothing really too over the top, nothing too special. Pretty just much the standard stuff. We are getting a new Mythic next Friday, though, which does have some potential. So we'll see exactly how that pans out. Also, hello everyone! Hello Lampard, hello Derek, hello Matt, hello Bunny Killer, hello Scott, hello Danny, hello Demon or Angel, hello Dragon Ball Z fan, hello Donovan, and hello Scott. Welcome all. Hope I said Scott twice. Anyways, let's go and clear through dungeons real quick. And I will be buying the 50 gem pack thing because it is Diamond Day, so a really good day to go do so. Let's just go clear this out, switch this out for a firebomb since we don't need that here yet. Don't forget, you can also get more, you can still get more gold off the little Gorbel guy if you haven't yet. That will still be lasting for about 6 more hours until the reset, so good time to go farm up the gold if you still need some for next week. I'll throw that in there, firebomb. Apparently a second firebomb because that's not going to be enough. Actually, let me take the extra turn, just grab that, Sunbird into firebomb into full Rowan, and that'll be the kill. So we'll go for that, get our mana, somehow still not full, but we get a second Sunbird, and down it goes. Yeah, the rate of the vault keys are very, very rare. I forget the exact percent off the top of my head. I know that we ended up doing data in the past and it was like 4% chance, but I don't know, with how lucky we ended up getting this week. If I based it on this week, I think my percent chance was somewhere around like a 6 to 10% chance of getting a vault key. It's slightly hard to really tell. And no one has really bothered composing like a really big data pool of all the drops yet. Like the biggest ones we have so far are only like of 100 drops or so. You finally got all kingdoms to level 10 today. Congratulations. That's definitely a really big milestone. It definitely makes quite a bit of content in the game easier due to having the higher stats. Alright, we'll go grab that. And just cast both of these. Make sure we take everything before we do. And we'll be good to go. Throw a Rowan in there. Oh, I forgot. Goblins have a bonus this week. They're even harder. Alright, we'll go move that over. Still a ridiculously easy battle, though. Actually, you know what? I'll go for it. Why not? We'll do that. Throw Sunbird dead. And there we go. Give us our diamonds. Let's see all the diamonds. Go grab that. Boom. And there we go. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Let's take our tribute. Only a 6. Very low. Oh yeah, what's my PvP looking like? I barely did any. We're at 1906. I did like the absolute minimum to get to the 1900. Most of my trophies came from Arena this week, though. Should probably still grind out a little bit more. But for now, let's go to Bright Forest and go use the last little bit of Gorbel's extra, let's see, Gorbel. The last little bit of his extra gold. So go into that. You got to level 1000 today. Nice. Congratulations. Alright, someone mentioned that on the previous stream, too. I don't know if that was you or someone else. But someone last night mentioned that they got to level 1000, too. Forgot who it was. But congrats to you as well. Yeah, level 1000 is also a pretty big milestone. Every level after 1000, you start getting 1 event key and 100 glory as well, every single level. Though your leveling starts to get quite a bit slower past level 1000. But it is a lot of resources, like for the first 50 levels or so after level 1000. Feels like every single day you're pretty much just like getting an event key. It's kind of nice. Doesn't last that long though. Hello, analyst. Welcome. If anyone wants me to go over anything, just let me know. And I'll definitely make sure to do so. Otherwise, a good majority of the stream is probably going to be Arena and or just Gnome farming. And of course, if we're doing Arena, we are Gnome farming simultaneously. Actually, I probably should go do some Arena now because we don't currently have a pet active. So it would be good to go get one up. Also, thank you for your subscribe, Mick Carmelo. Much appreciated. Nice double yellow. Nice into that. Throw the Sunbird. Dead. And there we go. Alright, you know what? Let's go to explore. Do we currently have one active? No, we do not. Ooh, peasant. Oh, but we could take a yellow instead. Ooh, do I want the really strong peasant or do I want the sentry bot? I guess we go with the sentry bot. Just go all in yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh, sunbird. That is so tempting. It even has 10% this week. But no, I have to go for that. And there we go. Put that in front because it creates the blue. Put that there, put that there. Put it on hard difficulty, and we're good to go. I still find it hilarious that once you reach this late... Oh! Oh, there's the treasure gnome. But once you reach this late in the game, you don't even need to draft good teams. You just need to draft teams that have as many yellow on it as possible. This kind of seems weird that when you'd have the best knowledge to actually make good teams is the time when it is the least effective to actually make good teams. So we'll go for a blue here. We're just going to let him have the skull. It's not too much damage. We're going to get Dawnbringer soon anyways. Might even give him a second skull here. Oh, you know what? We'll take that over. Not going to give it to him yet. So I'm actually going to take that skull now, throw Dawnbringer down. That'll kill that out, and we'll be good to go. So he'll hit us for a little bit of damage. I'll actually go poke him again, and that is almost match, or is match. Not quite sure how close that will bring it. And yep, that is match. What do we get from the treasure gnome? We get ourselves a... Oh, only 2 diamonds? Why must that be a drop? That is an awful drop. That is an absolutely awful drop. I wonder if a treasure gnome can actually replace the hero. I've never seen that happen in Arena. I assume it's not possible. Kind of like how a Valraven can't replace out a... can't replace out the raid boss. I don't think a treasure gnome can replace out the hero in this specific team when you're doing arena battles. What do we even move here? Nothing is worth taking. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, never mind. That's the right order. For a second, I thought they switched to the wrong order. But no, they're currently correct. So he'll go do that. Whoa, he actually got a kill because he does true damage. But let me take a skull. That thing's going to be a little annoying. Throw that down. We'll get our mana. Actually, everything that this thing creates is mana that we need for our Dawnbringer. So that's actually a really good troop to assist it. Everything he does helps us. We're going to move that. And just need to take the last little bit of our mana. Didn't cascade it. Didn't cascade it for the second time either. Let's take some yellows. Didn't even surge. We'll just take the blue, get the full, and that should be matched. We're pretty close to it. 4 HP. He heals off his ability, and that heal that he did was actually enough for him to survive, but we'll just take it out right there. And there we go. And let's keep going with it. How long have I been playing? I've been playing since the game launched 3.5 years ago. How much I constantly play has varied over the years, but yeah, I've been playing it since its release. Or at least until its PC release. It technically released like 2 months earlier. Initially only to Australia, and then eventually only to one of the mobile versions. But then in November, it was basically the full release, essentially, where it was released on PC on Steam. What do we need here? We'll go take a yellow to yellow. Triple yellow, apparently. Get all the staircase, and then we just go through Dawnbringer in it, and dead. But yeah, that's why it looks like we have so many resources. It's just because it's accumulated over 3.5 years. Also, in some instances in the past, some resources were able to be farmed a lot quicker than they were today. The most noteworthy two are probably gems and glory keys. Used to be way more abundant than they currently are in the current state of the game. Though some things are way more abundant than what they used to be. Like glory is way easier to get these days. Also, souls are way easier to get these days by a very large margin. Back in the past, I think the average rate of gaining souls was like 1,000 per hour. Now you can do anywhere from like 20,000 to 50,000 per hour. Even a little bit higher than that. With some of the best teams with Fair Shraz. What do we need here? I guess we'll take that, get our extra turn. And I guess we just do a mass cascade. I feel like every skull I take gives him an extra turn. So we're just going to have to give him a skull. We'll do that. He doesn't even go for it for whatever reason. We'll take a skull here. I just have to give him these greens. There's no way around it, so we'll do that. And he'll doom skull us, but we'll get Dawnbringer and that should be dead, or almost dead, 3 HP. He would get that skull, unfortunate. I will go grab that extra turn, and dead. There we go. Fairy Fire does nothing against us. Well, actually it does, but only if he gets a cast. Oh, we get an Arcane. At least we're getting something from them. Would prefer to find a pet gnome at this point, but they're still the same rate as they've always been. Even though it's a treasure gnome event, the rate of pet gnomes was not increased. Only specifically the treasure gnomes was increased during this event. But it is still possible to find pet gnomes here. It's just a normal rate that you would always have for them. We're gonna move that over. But yeah, this is a lot slower rate of finding treasure gnomes compared to just Rush Explore. But we get a lot more resources from it with trophies, keys, souls, and everything like that. We are getting less gold overall, though. I think we calculated out earlier, and it's about like 3 times less gold. Almost 3.5 times because of the Gerbil guy this week. Good thing he didn't get a kill, or else he actually would have survived our next hit, because he gains 10 to all stats, which is 20 durability total, due to it gaining HP and armor. Oh, that's funny. That face paint actually matches the, or at least from a distance it matches it a bit more. Up close it doesn't match as well, but that actually matches the pet pretty well. That's cute. Okay, we'll go move that. Also, that's something else that they need to modify. Like, all the female ones, like, get face paint for their things, but all the males just get beards instead. There's almost, like, no face paint option for the male characters. Okay, we'll go move that down. And why is there no mana? We could take half the manas on the board to actually use it, but I can't find the one, or there is none of the one that we actually need, which is blue, yellow, or red. So let's take that. There goes the board. That shuffle was kind of to be expected with how few moves there were left. We'll go take the yellow to yellow. Should be all the mana we need. Throw a Dawnbringer at it. Not even going to bother with the skull. And now we just need one more cast, and there's our one cast, and then we just throw it down. What is his ability? Oh, it's just the little flame thing. I haven't used that. I haven't seen that around for ages. Wow. At one point, it was the best weapon in the game. When the game first launched, this was actually the best weapon in the game. Deals damage to all enemies and creates 6 red. When it was initially first launched, too, it was, it created like 12, 13, 14, some kind of ridiculous amount of reds, because it was based on magic, but then it was scaled down. But even then, it was still, at the time, the best weapon in the game. But not anymore. Not by a long shot. It's still one of the few, if not only, AoE weapons under Hero that does a loop, though, which is kind of cool. But that's about the only thing it has going for it. And 6 gem spawn is generally too low to try to loop with, even though it is technically possible. It's just not realistic to do it with. I'll actually take a skull first. She's about to heal even more, so go get that down. All those enchants do absolutely nothing since we just kill it instantly. Go grab the mana. I just need to get it back to full, and we'll be good to go. You feel like they've lowered the drop rate of vault keys? I think it's about the same. I felt like that last month because we got 0 in like 10 hours of grinding it out. But this time around, we got very insanely lucky with it. We got 6 vault keys in 3 hours on Friday. We also got 3 of those within 15 minutes, with 2 of them within 5 minutes. So we got super, super lucky this time around. So it does seem to be the same drop rate. It's just you can end up getting very lucky or unlucky with them. Oh, go move that over. Also, I still have yet to get a vault key from a vault key. People have been reporting to me that it is still possible, though I have yet to ever see it once. And I think we've gone through about 40 vault keys total since they were released, and still haven't gotten a vault key from a vault key, surprisingly. We'll go move that over. What else do we need? I guess we'll take a blue, try for the skull, didn't get it. Go take the last little bit of our mana, get a Dawnbringer in there, and that's pretty much match. Just need one more little poke. Actually, we'll need 2 more pokes, or a few more pokes. We might as well just throw a whole Dawnbringer at this point. Oh, he leaves us the stronger one. That's something I have noticed. The AI doesn't know that Doom Skulls are better than normal skulls. When it has the option between taking a Skull pair and a Doom Skull pair, it'll, about 50% of the time, take either or. It doesn't really prioritize always taking the Doom Skull. And there we go. There's our rewards. And of course, it gives us the normal 30 trophies, 5 glory keys, 1,200 souls boosted by all of our things, and 4,000 gold boosted by all of our bonuses. And that's what it comes out to. And no, do not accidentally click the waste 20 gem button. Okay, let's go, and I wonder if that even has a warning on it. That'd be really annoying. I've never actually accidentally misclicked that button, but I could definitely see myself doing it. At one point, that used to only cost 1 gem, which would actually be worth it. That would actually somewhat be worth it, in a way. But yeah, at one point it was 1 gem, though not anymore. And when it was only 1 gem, it didn't really matter if you misclicked it or not, of course. Anyways, I guess we'll go do another arena run. And then we'll go mess with probably explore for the rest of the time. But my trophies have been a little bit low this week, so I do want to get a little bit of it. Wow, all these options are horrible. Go for Rockworm. Rockworm actually isn't that bad, but under the context of this game mode, we don't really want to be using it. Sure, we'll go for that. It's mainly a tank. Ooh, Diviner. I might actually keep this team just because we got Diviner. Diviner alone is enough to basically solo the entire thing. Diviner into Dawnbringer is the entirety of our team. We don't even need anything else. That's it. So we'll roll with this. Should be fine enough. So go take the reds, get even more reds, get everything, take yellow. Should actually probably rush Diviner up first, or do both of them simultaneously. Doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll go take our mana, throw Dawnbringer down, try getting alignment somewheres, and we'll be good to go. So we Dawnbringer, get this converted, and that pretty much just gets it right to full mana. So we'll do this on blue. And that was a little bit less mana than anticipated. What is our banner right now? Oh, duh. It's because we don't have a banner set to it. It's just brown-blue. We can't set a banner. It's arena. At one point, you were able to set banners in arena, but not anymore. Okay, we'll go take the yellow. Oh, it didn't surge. We'll go take a red. And just throw a Dawnbringer at it. And he's still alive. I guess because we didn't have another yellow on our team. So it wouldn't really make that big a difference. It's only 2 damage. I guess we'll take a skull, try getting a Dawnbringer to an extra turn. I guess we'll do it onto the blue specifically, so we can take it right there. Never mind. Something else cascaded. Oh, was that just sitting there the whole time? Apparently. And there we go. First battle done. You just got 200 gems from a Vault Key. Nice! That is the new drop that they added this Friday, or one of the new drops. Actually, I think it's the only new drop. The other ones were just kind of rebalanced as far as how many resources they give and stuff like that. Well, I guess you could kind of consider those new drops. And like the 15 event key drop is technically a new drop, which we got twice. It's the second best drop in the drop table, to my understanding. The absolute best is 250 gems. The second best is 10 event keys, which is worth anywhere from 210 gems at minimum to as much as 225 gems, depending on how you look at it. Okay, what do we even need to move around? I guess we'll just take green, start getting Diviner up a little bit more. Take another one so we get a convert here. And did you just kill that thing out? Yes, you did. It's so slightly annoying because now Dawnbringer doesn't have enough damage, nor do our skulls have enough damage. Oh, why can't we take a 3 right here? Where's that peasant that we could have drafted when you needed it? That could actually get us the win right now, but we'll just go for that instead. And just Dawnbringer him down. Not going to make that big a difference, but we'll just waste like a few seconds. And there we go. On to the next one. Also, hello Anthony, welcome. And hello Medieval, welcome as well. That mushroom always looks so weird to me. Okay, we'll take a Skull Poke. We'll take some reds. Oh, looks like even brown. A lot of brown, actually. Luckily, he only uses one. Oh, no, actually, he does use 2 trips with it. So, we'll go and take a skull. Let's move that over. Do it in a way that doesn't give him more skulls. We'll go for brown. So we can try to cascade that yellow. Also to keep it on the board if we do get her up, so we have a convert area. Though we don't appear to have it, so we'll just take a red. He'll skull us. It's fine. We'll go take a brown to a blue. He'll skull us again. Also fine. Ooh, that is not, though. We have a problem. We have a problem. Hold up. Okay, let's get rid of brown. What do you do again? Destroy a row, gain 4 armor, and attack. Oh, I should have put you in front of the Diviner. Whoops. Well, now we know for next battle. What do you boost on? You boost on reds. Okay, we'll do it there and try for the skull then. Well then. We could technically solo it with this, especially if these were in the reverse order. Unfortunately, they're not in reverse order. But we'll deal with that. We'll just let Diviner die, pretty much. Pretty much. A little unfortunate, but we'll kind of just have to let it happen. Try to at least get her 1 more cast, though, if we can. Maybe it'll give it a magic buff or something. Because I believe it's attack and armor buff is based on its magic, so we do want to get that up. Okay, we'll take this green. Hopefully it'll surge. Ooh, we definitely needed that surge and didn't give it to us. I don't think we have an extra turn for anything here either. We'll just take the yellow there. Get her ability up once again. That freezes her. That's not too big a deal. Biggest issue here is if this actually silences her. The backup plan to that would be we could try cleansing it. Of course it would do that. That's exactly why I wanted you not to do. We need to try finding out to cleanse. That or just take skulls and stuff. Oh, whoops, we're frozen on that color. No! Well, that was my fault. But, okay, let's just play it safe. I think it's still winnable. Just in a really annoying state at the moment. Okay, do we buff for higher stats, or do we just go for the Doom Skull? I think we just go for the Doom Skull. We'll do that. He gives a magic buff to everything. Luckily, we still have barrier up. Actually, every single time we recast, we regain barriers, so... we might just be able to win off of barrier spam at this point. The only thing that's really going to kill us is if this thing silences us again. And as long as that doesn't happen, we're pretty much in the clear. But that probably is going to happen. We're also to the point where every skull we take is a one-shot, which is kind of nice. This thing's actually really good in arena. So let's go get more armor before he kills us, and try taking skulls off the board. That's actually really important, because that thing boosts based on skulls. We have a barrier, so this initial hit won't do anything. But he's about to silence us again. Oh! And that brings us to 1 HP. And there's a problem, too, because we have no way to cleanse it, so... Ooh, that brings it really close. Oh, wait. What? Oh, never mind. That's one more than enough. I thought it was one less than enough. Well, that was kind of to be expected at that point. Oh, I forgot to go switch them. That's not too big a deal. Anyways, let's not have that happen again. Let's be a little bit safer with our hero and not let it go down so quick. Oh, we'll get to that over there. Also need to go switch them in a moment. Is that the same guy? No, it can't be, because he's a completely different team. We'll go through a Dawnbringer down. Kills out everything except the 2 of them. We'll go and grab the extra turn, grab the blues, I guess. Get a little bit more mana into it. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Take that instead. At this point, we might as well just hit him with one more skull. Would probably be quicker than getting full mana. And there we go. Okay, let me go switch those 2. Rockworm, of course, is doing nothing. But we'll go do that. You can craft mythics. Here's who you're missing. Or you can craft 3 mythics, you mean. And here's what you're missing. Doomclaw, Uriali, Gargantor, Jotnar, Ketris, Plague, Aurora, Wolf Garrick, and Yasmin. Who should you craft? Well, you said you could craft 3, so of those that you mentioned, the 3 that you should probably go for are Ketris the Bull, Doomclaw, and either Uriali or Yasmin as your final one. It really just depends which kind of mechanic you want to run with more. But yeah, I would say definitely Ketris, for sure. Out of all those, definitely Ketris. Doomclaw, mainly because there are some instances in Guild Wars where it's really good. Its Enrage can also be convenient at times with some teams, particularly Doom Skull teams. And yeah, the rest of them are pretty useless for the most part. Gargantor is never used. Jotnar is essentially never used. Plague is mainly only used on defend, so you don't really need him, because you're never really going to bother invading with him. And Wolf Garrick doesn't really get used. I guess Queen Aurora is also decent, but I don't know. Ever since they nerfed her, I never really cared for her as much. I do still use her on occasion, though, particularly on Guild War days. But yeah, if you're looking just to get Guild War troops, it'd be Doomclaw, Queen Aurora, and Ketris. Actually, Ketris is in Guild Wars, but he's still the best one out of every single one that you mentioned there. He's kind of like Infernus, except a single cast that hopes to double cast the entire enemy team. Alright, well, might as well just get full mana, throw it again, and that should be match. We're pretty close to it, and down it goes. Okay, let me go switch these 2 before I forget. Oh, never mind, I already did. I forgot that I even switched them. You should craft the one that gives you 9 stars? I guess you could do that too. 9 stars really isn't as important, though. 10 stars, yes, but none exist yet. A 9 star just gives you a better tribute, which I guess is nice. It won't really be that noticeable just getting, like, one of them. But once you start getting, like, multiple 9-star kingdoms, it does start to become quite noticeable. We had a, I think it was 18 times or was it 16 times? It didn't get a screenshot of it earlier. But it was, like, either 16 times or 18 times tribute earlier this week. I was doing it, it was off stream, and I was just spam clicking it as I would normally do when off stream. And I didn't actually get to screenshot it, unfortunately, because I was just spam clicking it. Got to see it for, like, a brief second. I was like, no! Okay, well, we got all those enchanted. We got everything barriered. We're so ready to go with this team. The only problem is we don't have the last little bit of damage. There we go. And down it goes. It's pretty much everything it needed right there, other than the mana to win. Oh, Pet Gnome. That's exactly what I came here for. And that is why you play Arena, for that slight chance of finding that pet gnome. Okay, problem though, we need to kill it. We can't just find one, we also need to manage to take it out. That's gonna be pretty easy, all we have to do is just get this convert. We'll do it on brown. And yep, that's all we need. I believe that's enough damage, should be. We're gonna take a skull first, I highly doubt he's gonna evade us in one single turn. And now we'll go for the damage. Go. And there we go, we got our pet gnome, as long as we win this battle, but at this point I don't really foresee us losing against one Dwarven Gate with 0 attack. That technically is possible to lose against it, though even if we tried, that would be ridiculously hard to do. Oops, why did I take the skull first? Could already won this turn. Whoops, not that big a deal though. Gotta wait a little bit longer until we get one more hit on him. Somehow, some way. We'll go take that down. Didn't get a skull, but we can just throw Dawnbringer. Oh, did he just gain enough durability to not die? Yes, he did. The struggle of not having another yellow on the team, that would have been the kill right there if we did. And there we go, finally. And down it goes. What pet do we get? Come on, good pet. Aw, why? That's an awful pet. Okay, well, let's go and finish out Arena and then go claim our pet. And now I guess we'll go back to doing Explore since we found our pet that we needed. Okay, we'll go take that down. Maybe I should start playing it a little bit more Arena. It doesn't feel like I ever really get the pet from it, but the chance is there. It just, because I rarely get it, I just feel like it never is, but it technically is. It just takes several Arena battles before you really get around to it. Take that over. And by several, I mean like 40 or something. Probably even more than that. What do we need? We'll go take the green down. Takes like an hour or two of playing Arena to even find one in Arena. Though it is technically a quicker rate than PvP unless you're doing casual PvP. Alright, let's get a Dawnbringer down. Move the blue over. And let's throw that in there. Now we just need one more little poke. Take that into purple, throw a skull. And what else do we need? What to move, what to move. We'll go and I guess we'll take that. Tried for the red, didn't get it. All that mess over there, nothing we could do for it. We'll go take, I guess, that brown and try for skull. Also didn't get it. Take that one. And down it goes. Oh, was it 18 times? Yeah. It was either 18 or 16. I guess it was 18 then. It's 1 to 2. It was a really large number. Let's see. We'll go and don't want to give him an extra turn there. Grab the... Yeah, you guys have a better memory than me, that's for sure. Okay, let's go and grab the brown over there. Start getting Diviner up. Feels like we haven't really gotten her the last few battles. I'm gonna deliberately give him a skull here. He doesn't even go for it. Really? Well, I guess I take it. Not because of anything. We just want the green. Obviously, we do nothing with the skull itself, but at least it prevents him from taking it. We'll go for a... I want to take a yellow. Okay, we do have a yellow. We'll go grab that. Get a Dawnbringer down. Go from there. And actually, do we preemptively take a brown so we can convert everything off? I think we do. So we'll go grab that. We can now convert out red for quite a bit of mana. Oh, we can do brown too, but let me throw Dawnbringer first. And then go do that. So it'll hit for 0, and we'll do this on brown then. Get all that off the board, get back to full mana, and we immediately get to hit it again. So we'll take a skull, and that is almost match. I believe it survives with like 1 HP. Nope, never mind. It is enough. Yeah, I left an extra turn there too. But anyways, let's go grab our reward. All the normal stuff. And don't accidentally waste our gems, and there we go. Okay, let's go take out the pet that we just got, and then I guess we'll spend the rest of the time and explore, since we already have a pet active. Oops, I forgot. I was going to go into my other teams to try switching it. I forgot. You can't do that. But let's just go use this. This was the team I wanted to use anyways, so that's perfectly fine. Go grab that down. What to move, what to move. It's one of the easier battles, but... Oops, move that over. Still need to get the mana going before we can actually kill it out. Come on, Apothecary. How do you have nothing? We just cleared the entire board for you, and you have nothing to do on the board. So we'll just move that over. Get it cleared again, since apparently we can't get anything for you. Actually, you know what? Let's get the cleanse first, so we can go use Gorgulfa. And does that match? No, because where are all the yellows? So let's just go do that. And he almost just killed it off with Gorgulfa. Explode, and that's match. I forget which one this does. I believe it's elf bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Actually forget what it is off the top of my head. Elves have potential. They give every single elf in the game immune to mana drain. But no one really runs mana drain anymore these days. There's still a few of them out there, like some Scion teams and some Famine teams out there, but it's extremely underused compared to before they added the immunities, as well as the other bigger hitting troops like Doom Skulls, and just Infernus buff and stuff like that. Okay, let's go and do we just clear the board? Don't believe we have alignment anywhere, so let's clear it. Nice, get the hit in. Also, thank you, Megs, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Also, that reminds me, do I not have the notification showing on screen for this interface? I have the alerts active, or are they just never coming up? Let me repeat it and see. Let's see. Oh, I'll need to fix that later. I never realized that. You mean this entire time notifications haven't been working on this interface? Wow, I never noticed that. Interesting. The more you know. It's not that big a deal. Okay, we'll go through that down. Well, that's already way overkill. Wow. He's expecting to have to cast like 1 or 2 more times. That's 2:38 a.m. on the clock. Wow. Yeah, it is pretty late then for you. But glad you could join us. Yeah, the devs will be streaming later tonight as well, going over the Q&A thing. I'll make sure to summarize it. I'm pretty sure someone's going to summarize it on the forum too. And I'll probably use that as my summary because they'll probably have way better notes than what I will have. But I'll still be keeping my own just in case someone doesn't make one. But yeah, they're going to be answering several questions that people have been giving to them the last week or so. So yeah, we'll see exactly which ones they go for. I'll see if they can answer maybe 1 or 2 of my own, because they normally take some from chat as well during the stream itself. And they'll also probably have some redeeming codes when they do it as well. So we can get some free resources. It's also their first Q&A in about like 2 months now as well. They started doing it like every single month, but then they kind of stopped for a little while. And now they're finally doing one again. And it's centered primarily around 3.4 and pets. Are the basically 2 main topics of it. We'll go get this down. Oh, never mind. We already won. We still had the gigantic hit to go. This was elf bonus, right? Yeah, it is elf. I kind of wish elves were viable. There's so many kingdoms that are elf-related, yet there's no synergy between the elves. There are a few individual elves that are okay to use, but the synergy of just using pure elf is horrifically bad. Alright, we'll go get that down. Did the dev Q&A already happen, or is it tonight? It's tonight, isn't it? Unless I, like, completely off or something. But yeah, it should be tonight at, I believe, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit weird. I think it might be 9:30, and she might have done a typo. Not fully certain on that. But based on the conversion of the time zone thingy, I believe it does come out to 10:30. Let me actually go do the other one then, because maybe they converted the other one incorrectly, because that wouldn't be the first time. Let me double check. So let me go do the AEST one, the Australian Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's what that stands for. Let me see. Google, convert this into standard EST. AEST to EST. Converter. And they said, what time for this? That would be 12:30 p.m. What does that convert to in our time? 12:30. Yeah, that's 10:30 p.m. apparently, is the time that the stream will be, which is in 2 hours from now. Actually, 1 hour and 50 minutes from now should be when the Q&A is. But yeah, 1 hour and 50 minutes from now is the Q&A. Also, people in chat already mentioned it, but yeah. But yeah, it is indeed. That's a weird time. They normally don't stream at that specific time, but I guess they are tonight. Okay, we'll go through that in there. And let's go for that, and down it goes. Did the stream die? No, the stream didn't die. I don't think it died. Can you guys still stay me? No, I don't think it died. Everything's still showing my connection is fine. Okay, we'll move that over. Grab ourselves a full apothecary would be nice. There's no mana to go do it with, though. So I guess we'll just simply go for brown. into another brown maybe. Nope, didn't get off Cascade, but he gives us that, so we'll just grab it. Throw the Apothecary somewhere. Oh, he silenced it. Okay, we'll go for Gorgolfa here. Get the whole board cleared. Almost got him to full mana. We'll just do it again just to get him to full mana so we have something to do. And is it worth casting now? Sure, might as well. And pretty much instant win. Somehow we did not get an extra turn out of all that though. But it won't really matter. He just dies to that. Okay, now we just have 2 more to do. Actually 3 more. And then we'll go get the pet that we just claimed, or the pet that we just found. I think we can almost upgrade her to Legendary as well. She should be getting pretty close. Also, I posted on the forum, but I actually found the dragon, by the way. They said it would have a 3 to 4 week delay, but I actually found the dragon yesterday, just sitting there. Also, I completely forgot to mention it last night too, but there was something else I found the other day, yesterday specifically. Like earlier on yesterday, I'd even remember to mention it on last night's stream. But we finally have all the pets in the game. I finally got the Coca-Cola bear. After many weeks now. Actually about 1 month of not getting him. I have finally gotten him. I think my guild has gotten it like 3 or 4 times now. But I just haven't ever been on when it was around. But yeah, we finally got the Coca-Cola bear yesterday. Like midway through yesterday. Between the 2 streams. So now we are currently at all 37 of the pets. Finally. But yeah, there he is. I don't think I've renamed him yet. I still need to go and name a few of them. But yeah, we have the Coca-Cola bear right there. Yeah, I didn't name him yet. But yeah, there he is. Finally got him. So that's all 37 of the pets. Okay, let's go get the last 2 battles of this. Now to get them all to Mythic! And the next problem. Get everything to Mythic. Okay, let's go get an Apothecary down somewhere. I still haven't gotten a single one of them to Mythic yet, by the way. Not even the Mimic, which we put like 1,500 gems into. Which is kind of funny because it's not even my highest upgraded one, I don't think, anymore. Moon's starting to get really close behind it. Okay, we'll go throw that in there. Come on, cast. And we'll throw it again. Come on. Yeah, it's worth casting, sure. Go for it again. And it's pretty much dead. Throw it for a 3rd time in a row. I don't even need to cast anything else. Could you imagine they were originally going to make this thing blue-purple instead of brown-purple while still creating blue mana? That would have been even more ridiculous than it currently is. Because it's already getting all of its mana back, even without using blue. Could you imagine if it actually used blue? It also was only going to be 18 mana cost originally, too. Then they raised it to 19, then they raised it to 20. All before it actually was released, of course. Neither of them have actually been touched since their release, but they probably will be modified in the future, ever so slightly. Particularly his Doomstorm. But they might just tweak down around their mana costs or something like that as well. These Doom Skulls are pretty powerful at the moment. Particularly earlier on in the game, but even this late in the game, they're still ridiculously good. Because, of course, earlier on in the game, +5 damage is a lot more than it does with this high of value that we would normally be seeing in our battles. We're going to throw an Apothecary here. And we do have alignment on that, so we just do this into the blue convert. And that is match, plus we still get the extra turn. Might need to cast like 1 or 2 more times. And that'll be it. Then we'll just do the last one after all the blues we just created. It's also really nice to see really good team synergy within a kingdom. Most kingdoms that come into the game don't really get good synergy within themselves, but those 2 really do have. Do go well together. And there we go, we only get 1 leaf vet. How much does that bring us to? On the leaves, 8 copies. I believe we're almost up to the next rarity. Yeah, we just need 3 more copies for that. Fortunately, we didn't get more, but I'll take it. And there we go. How do you deal with Mang versus Bone Dragon on the Naga during raid bosses? We kind of just ignored them and hoped that it would be fine. That's basically what I did, was try not to get hit by a single skull and use Mang Triple Goblin Rocket. And as long as you don't get hit by a single skull, hitting it with a skull will not actually kill you. It will almost kill you, but it'll bring you just in range of not dying most of the time. By not in range, I mean like 50 durability, 40 durability. Probably even with lower stats, you would still have enough to survive it. But, yeah, I was just kind of banking on never getting hit by a skull and just rushing them down with Triple Goblin Rocket, constantly hitting skull after skull. We do actually have a couple battles left. But yeah, we already finished it out. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't even bother claiming it yet. Let me go do that. We have finished out the raids, so let me go collect the Major Orb. Hopefully it's a blue or purple. So far, every single orb we have gotten from raids, I mean not raids, from treasure gnomes this week, as well as Vault Key specifically, actually. Every single one we've gotten from Vault Key, and we've gotten like 5 of them, have been green or orange. So hopefully we get a blue or purple here. I forget what the first orb was, but I know when we got the double drop of orbs the other day, it was blue-purple. So hopefully this one will also be a blue or purple. Oh, perfect. Best orb. Nice. Okay. So that's interesting. We get really good orbs off of raids, but we get really horrible ones off of off of treasure gnomes, off of specifically the vaults. Well, at least we got lucky on one side of it, which both of them would have been a bit luckier. But I'm not going to complain about a blue orb, that's for sure. That's really nice. Best drop you can get. Technically purple in some ways you can kind of consider better than it. It really just depends how you look at it. But no, I do love getting the blue ones. Anyways, let's go and, yeah, pretty much just explore the rest of the time. So the only other thing we really need to do, try finding maybe one more vault key before the event ends. Yeah, let's go down to Bright Forest, I guess, and just grind them out here. Get a little bit of extra gold while we can as well. Hello, Mark the Punk. Welcome. You've had 2 to 3 of the dragon pets already? Nice. Yeah, I've only gotten it once since the pet event thing. They said it would have a 3 to 4 week delay. I'm actually glad that it doesn't, but I don't know if that's a glitch or not. Hopefully they'll keep it that way, regardless. Because it would make sense that if they add a pet to the... If they add a new pet, they should just add it to their drop table immediately, after the fact. They shouldn't add an arbitrary delay on it. It's already going to be hard enough trying to get them. Every single new pet they add. They don't need to make it even harder. Okay, well, let's just keep grinding these out. Probably go for another 15 minutes or so. Oh, we already found a gnome. Nice. Hopefully he has the almighty vault key, or at least something good, like 3 event keys or something. Come on, good drop. What do you have? 2,500 gold. One of his worst drops. At least slightly better than some of his other worst ones, though. Hello, Humberto. Have you ever fought against someone from your own guild in arena? No, it is impossible. It used to be possible. It's not anymore, though. It isn't impossible to fight someone from your own guild within arena. It's also impossible to fight someone from your own guild within PvP. Okay, there's Sunbird. Go grab that down. I think that's a little bit short on damage, so I'm actually going to take a skull here. And then Rowan it for even more, and then it goes. Normally whenever there's a lot of legends or mythics, I don't know if it'll actually be enough. And it takes too long to try to calculate it out than just casting it. Given how quick the battles go. If it was something more like Guild Wars or something, I would obviously go and calculate it out, but for Explore, it doesn't really matter at all. You kind of just guess and hope that's enough. And if not, you just have to do more follow-up to it. Okay, go for a firebomb there. Come on, please click. How many misclicks can we do in a row? He'll just do nothing up there. I'll take that red just in case that's not enough. Wait, what am I doing that for? Never mind. He only has 2 units left. He's not gonna survive on either of them. Not at all. You can't find the save file. You go 1 and 1 half and can only find 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, you can't find TG. Wait, what's TG? To save your life. Wow, I completely read that wrong then the first time. Go 1, 1, then half, then 3, 5. Did they nerf the gnome drop? Let's see. No, they haven't nerfed anything on the gnome drops, from what I'm aware of. Actually, they did the other way around. Well, actually, they didn't touch gnomes at all, but they buffed Cedric Sparkle Sack specifically within the Vault Keys. That's the only thing they've touched with it in recent time. Oh yeah, Treasure Gnome. Okay, that's what that stands for, TG. I've never actually seen someone bother abbreviating it TG. But yeah. No, they didn't nerf the Treasure Gnome drop rates at all. What do we need? We'll take the red. But yeah, they will be reduced down back to their normal rate after today, though, in 6 hours or so, when the event switches over. So do keep that in mind. Because, of course, right now is the Treasure Gnome event, where they have a higher rate of occurring. But that only occurs 1 weekend every month. And it just happens to be this weekend for another 6 hours or so. 6 hours and 9 minutes. You can still find them. I've still been getting the same rate as always on them. And we've been streaming for probably about, what, like 10 hours throughout the entire weekend? But yeah, from what I can tell, it's still the exact same rate that they've always been during the Gnome event. Hello, Raz! Welcome. Easiest way to go and find them is Explore if you want to go through a lot of battles really quickly. Explore has the quickest rate, though Arena would have the best overall profit. But given that the Gorbel gives 400 extra gold this week, it's definitely worth using Gorbel into a quick Explore team like this with the Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, Gorbel. 400 extra gold each battle, plus we get all the trait stones, plus it's about 3 wins per minute. Early on in the game, it might be as low as 2, but we can go as high as 4 with how high our stats are if we really pay attention and click very quickly. Hey, another one. There we go. We'll go throw a Firebomb down. Please have a Vault Key. Come on, just one more Vault Key for tonight. And throw a Rowan at it. Come on, Vault Key. 100 souls. The other worst drop that he has, or one of them. It's not the absolute worst, but it's pretty close. Sunbird in there are dead. I didn't even realize you could find Penguin in this battle. I didn't think that those troops were even around. Actually, it's the Guardians that aren't around. The other ones are. Like those weird color storm ones, like Penguin are, but the Guardians aren't. Oh, that wasn't enough damage? Well, here, have a Firebomb. Actually, here, have a Skull. And there we go. Hello, M78. What's the best use of an Orb of Clans? Best use of an Orb of Clans is to wait until you need your guild to get up to 40,000. Like, let's say a new Mythic is coming out next Friday, which it is, and your guild is going to be like a few thousand short, like on Thursday. You can start using your orbs then, and that will increase your guild's total amount of seals, and you'll then be able to go and claim it for the 4,000, or up to 20,000, depending on which one your guild would want to get up to. And then you can go use your orbs and being able to get the better drop rate off your guild keys. And you basically just use them at the time when your guild is planning on using all their guild chests. And generally, that time tends to be when a new Mythic gets released for most guilds. Though it could also be saved for when a new kingdom gets released or some other purpose, depending on what your guild wants to use them for. But I believe most people use them for Mythics. Mythics or New Kingdoms, either or. But of course, new Mythics happen a lot more often. New Mythics are every month, whereas New Kingdoms are about every 3 months or so. And of course, we just had one recently with the Doomskull mechanics that came in several weeks ago. Should you stop going for the 5-star Kingdoms and go for Dawnbringer? I don't know, it depends which one you find to be more useful. Personally, I would say 5-star Kingdoms on everything is more useful than a Dawnbringer. But, it depends what you're planning on using a Dawnbringer for. If you're planning on doing a bunch of Arena, then yes, it probably would be better to get the Dawnbringer, because the extra stats that you get from Kingdoms don't do anything in Arena. But, there aren't too many instances where you would use a Dawnbringer where something else... where you would only exclusively use a Dawnbringer. There's really only 2 instances where Dawnbringer is exclusively superior to basically every other option, and that is in Invasions, where some instances Mang isn't as good, but if Dawnbringer is better. Also in Arena. Those are the only 2 locations where there's Dawnbringer is better than any other option. I guess there are a few team compositions as well, but they're very rare, and you wouldn't really need to really bother with them more often than not. Yeah, personally, I would say 5-star Kingdoms are better than Dawnbringer, especially since they're planning on adding another Mythic weapon in the near future, and there is a possibility that the new Mythic weapon will be better than Dawnbringer. I highly doubt it, but it could potentially be better than it. You never know. Why haven't I killed him yet? I should have done that ages ago, just to make sure he doesn't accidentally escape. I give him like 3 turns to go do anything with. And, well, we got our Arcane Trait Stone, that awkward moment when the Trait Stone you get from the battle is better than the Gnome drop. Only 100 souls. We're getting all of his common worst drops right now. But I guess we used up all of our luck getting a blue orb off the Chaos Orb thing. The major Chaos Orb. Oh, 4 HP, what are you doing? This is why we need a maxed out Magma Pillar. Need that little bit of extra damage to kill it out with. Oh, so I'm gonna miss Sunbird having 10% extra damage. Might be another few weeks before he gets 10% again. There's a lot of things that it could 10% off of. It's 10% off of Suncrest, it's 10% off of Elementals, and 10% off of Beasts. I believe this week it's getting it from Beasts. Actually, it tells you right there. Yes, it is. 10% from Beasts this week. We'll go for the Firebomb down. Because when it actually has that 10%, I believe it's about the same damage as Rowan, assuming she has 0%. Normally, Rowan always has higher, especially if she has any percent. If it's 10% or 20% on her, she will always be higher, even if this thing's at 20%. Alright, we'll go through a Sunbird there. 3 HP, unfortunate, but that's enough to kill it, even through his 80% reduction. Hello, Sippleman, welcome. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. I guess we'll go until we find at least one more gnome, and hopefully it'll be a Vault Key. Otherwise, I'll probably be heading off for the night. I will be back when Salty starts streaming, though, which is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, which is in 1.5 hours from now. That's at twitch.tv/infinity+2. 2 is spelled TWO instead of the number. I'll post the link before I head out as well. But they'll be doing a Q&A later tonight for any of you that are bothering to stay up for it. I will be summarizing it tomorrow during tomorrow night's stream. I'll be doing that. And of course, tomorrow night's stream will be same time as always here on this channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now. And we'll be just going over the new troops that are coming out on Monday. Just messing around with them and maybe going over, or definitely going over, some invasion teams as well. And just messing around with all of that. Are the new armor strip weapons good for Arena if you don't have Dawnbringer? Yeah, they'd be perfectly fine for Arena. I don't see why not. Not really the best location to bring them into, though, because those armor tiering weapons are really good against high-stated troops. But everything in Arena is pretty low stats. But no, you can still get away with them. They'd be particularly good against the hero on the enemy team if you wanted to try rushing down the hero. What do we get from this last gnome? 4,000 gold. Okay, let's try finding one more. That was kind of a little bit lame for the final drop. Though if I keep going, we're probably going to get even a worse drop on the next one. We'll get like 2,500 gold or something even worse than that. Hello, Questor. Welcome. I really want to get one more Vault Key, but if I try staying here until we get one more Vault Key, we'll be here for like another 3 hours probably. Alright, we'll go get a Sunbird down. How many event troops have you killed this week? Not that many, because I haven't specifically been aiming to try to kill greens. I think we've killed like 700 or so. I've just been doing it in kingdoms where I specifically need the trait stones from. I stopped doing Forest of Thorns after like several battles because I don't need the trait stones from there. But yeah, we currently have... also, don't forget to complete this too, anyone who hasn't done it yet. Really good rewards, and it's ridiculously easy to do. Takes like 1.5 hours to 2 hours or so, even on a newer account. Just go in Forest of Thorns and keep spamming it out if you haven't already. Forest of Thorns has the best chance for it. So it takes like 30 minutes, complete through the quest line if you haven't already. Then just go to Explore and, well, there's only one green here, but more often than not, there's the most green within this kingdom than any other kingdom. So it has the highest chance of seeing greens pop up, which will get the event done even quicker. But yeah, we have 700 something, as I mentioned. 770. Almost all 7s. But yeah, all you need is 300. And without even trying to focus it down, we've managed to get that many. Pretty sure some people have already hit like 10,000 or something. Given how many people were probably farming gnomes. But yeah, really easy event objective to do. If you haven't already finished it out. And you can do it in PvP too, though it's a lot quicker doing it in Explore than it is PvP. What class should you be working on for invasions tomorrow? Probably Archer fully traded. I believe is going to be the best for it. Especially if you're planning on using the new Mang that's coming in tomorrow. Because it uses green mana, so you get 5 additional damage on it. Actually, technically 15 additional damage, because it does triple damage if the enemy has more HP than you. Which in invasions, as well as raids, would pretty much be always. 100 souls! The gigantic drop of 100 souls, which takes like half a minute to gain. Actually, more like 1 minute. Actually, more like 45 seconds or so. Depends what team you're using. Yeah, it doesn't take that long at all to get 100 souls. Really wish they would remove that drop and the 2 minor trait stones. That or at least give more better ones off of it. I don't know, I feel like normal gnome drops are pretty low. Unless you get really lucky and find a lot of them in a given hour. But when it's not the gnome event, it just seems so pitiful when you get, like, it took 2 hours, and here you go. Here's one 100 soul drop. That's always so depressing. You have a question. What do you think of Borealis? It's too weak. If it was... they actually made a improvement. They actually figured out that Borealis was too weak. So when they added Glitter Claw, they gave it a convert that converts all blue into green. They really need to do the exact same thing to Borealis now to actually make it useful. Because basically what they did with Glitter Claw is they knew that just placing all the stats effects on the enemy is going to be too weak. So with the Fairy Fire that Glitter Claw does, they gave him a convert. Even though it's only a blue to green convert, which isn't the greatest of things, especially since it uses part of that color, it was still helpful. And it's what actually makes Glitter Claw useful. If it didn't have that, Glitter Claw would be just as useless as Borealis. Everyone would just use Queen Titania, similar to how everyone just uses Queen Mab instead of Borealis now, because Borealis doesn't have any extra turn potential. But yeah, if they were to give Borealis, convert like yellow into blue or something like that, or blue into yellow, probably yellow into blue. If they were to give it that, it would be very useful. But it doesn't have that, so it's not useful, unfortunately. They gave that effect to the bunny in the kingdom, but the bunny is never used because its side effect is too weak. It's just a single mana burn to a single target. If they gave it to Borealis, it would actually be useful. But yeah, I would not advise using Borealis unless you're a newer player that has no other option for freeze. That's the only time you should ever use Borealis. The Queen Mab is better in essentially every instance. Actually, literally every instance. Unless you're using 4 times Dragon. That's the only instance you would ever bother with Borealis, pretty much. That or a newer player without freeze options. But then again, basically every newer player has freeze due to the new Ice Troll that was added to the game. He's only ultra rare, so most people have access to that. Or will have access to it very soon if they don't already. We'll throw a scroll down first. I don't think we needed that, but just in case, might as well. Yeah, we'll keep going until we find one last gnome, and hopefully that will be the one with the Vault Key to end everything out with. They'll probably troll me with like 2 diamonds or something. We already did get that. We've gotten every works drop this stream except 2 minor trait stones. So with that being said, my prediction is 2 minor trait stones off the last gnome. Calling it right now. It's going to be 2 minor trait stones. Let's see. We'll go move that down. Throw the Sunbird in there. And let's keep going until we find a gnome. And I'll probably grind a little bit more later tonight. Hopefully we'll find a Vault Key. But it won't be for too much. Go throw that down. Get a Sunbird in there. And hopefully we'll find it in the next 10 battles or so. Get a Sunbird. Clear it out. What's with all the Queen Auroras? That's like the 2nd battle in a row we saw it, or 3rd. Always annoying when Mythics pop up in Explore, since they're quite a bit harder to kill due to their higher stats. Oops, why did I take yellow? That was a weird move. I don't need yellow. You're calling 2 minor wins? I'm not going to call the specific color because I'm pretty sure I'd guess it wrong. But my bet is on 2 minor trait stones. I guess I'll bet on 2 minor purple. We'll go for that. Though I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a minor trait stone. I have no clue what color it'll be. But we'll see what happens. 2,500 gold. Yeah, everyone place your bets. Actually, that would be an interesting way to selectively give out redeem codes to specific people. Like to claim it for them. Would be to, I might actually eventually start keeping some codes like that. I have been considering that in the past. Like doing some kind of random thing with chat, and I'll selectively just give it to you directly via your invite code. Because I could do that. I could just reserve like 1 single code to the side, and then like we'll do like little things, and then just randomly give it out. I wouldn't actually give out the code at all, because that would defeat the point, because then it would just deplete instantly. But kind of just keep it on the side and use it for like trivia things or just random other guesses. Okay, we'll go do that. Take the explosion. Get a Sunbird down. I hope you get a Vault Key. I do too. The chances are very unlikely. If we can even find another one. Normally it's about 1 every 5 minutes or so. So we already found like 2 in the last, actually not 2, but we found the 1 in like 2 minutes ago. Hey, Celestial. So it could be a few more minutes before we find another. Get a firebomb down. Get the hit, get a win. Come on, treasure gnome. Nope, still none. Let's clear it out again. Move that over, firebomb. Didn't get full mana, but luckily that is. Come on. I hate when it goes so much slower. Why must you keep cascading? Stop it. How's still your turn? There you go. You have another question? What was your question? What was your question? Oh, what do you know? Oh, there we go. There's a gnome. What do you know about the new Glory and Soul Gnome? Never heard of it. I know nothing about them. I know nothing about those 2 gnomes of which you speak of. Though, I do think they're going to be adding a lot more gnomes in the future. It seems like that's going to be like the good majority of that kingdom is going to be various gnomes. But, no, I've never heard actually any mention of them yet. Come on! What will it be? I think I said 2 minor purple. Oh, 20,000 gold. That is the exact opposite of what I was expecting. That's actually among one of his better drops. Not his absolute best, but way better than several of his other drops, obviously. But, yeah, I'll take it. That was far from what my guess was. Hey, I was almost right. We got 1 minor purple. Obviously, that's not from the gnome. But, I was half right. There we go. I was half right. Anyways, got 20,000 gold. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for now. I will be at Salty's stream later. Let me actually go get it for you guys, so you guys could just head there. It's twitch.tv/infinity+2, with the 2 spelt out as TWO. Yeah, let me just go post that real quick. And no, don't you dare start playing an ad. There we go. But yeah, there it is, twitch.tv/infinity+2. And they'll be streaming a Q&A in about an hour and a half from now. So, 20k gold. They're calling it after it's already happened. Good call, good call. But anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. I'll be at her stream in about an hour and a half, and I'll be summarizing it tomorrow's stream. And we'll be back, of course, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now. And we'll be going over the new invasion stuff, whatever teams we're going to be using for the new troops. And we'll have a redeem code and all that stuff as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming down. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day. And, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Thanks a lot, and I'll see, yeah. Gonna, like, repeat myself, like, 10 times over. Anyways, guys, thank you all for coming down, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone!